Hello everyone, you are back at Clever TV. I'm Jocelyn Davis, and today we are so excited to have joining us in the studio one of the members of the Twilight Saga wolf pack. It is Tyson Houseman, or Ty, or T-Dog.
T-Bone, whatever you
T-Bone,
want.
whatever you want to call it. Well, just for the purposes of the interview, Tyson, is that cool?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah,
you were kind of busy. Break down the last 24 hours, or 12 hours of your life.
Absolutely insane. We've been driving all over LA with my publicist, doing interviews, giftings. I was at a convention this weekend.
The Twilight convention, what was it like?
That was insanity. It was an insane convention. That was like, I think that's the most amount of people I've seen at a convention before.
Now,
really
which
crazy.
of the actors were there? Because I know that they really pulled out the stops.
Yeah, they really did. They had pretty much everybody. I mean, they had the main three, like Rob and Kristen and Taylor there. So a lot of people came there to see them. So that was insanity.
And the whole wolf pack, or is the whole pack present?
Yeah, me and my other pack brothers were there.
I love that. I love the camaraderie of all of you guys.
Oh, yeah,
I think it's
sure.
so great. Now, okay, just a few years ago, you had a very different life, and I know that the story of how you landed this role is basically its own movie. So, kind of tell us the story.
Well, I was just out of high school. I decided to move to Vancouver just to kind of, bum around.
Exactly.
Acting wasn't really in my head.
Okay.
I kind of fell into it with the whole Twilight thing because New Moon, it was not only my first audition, but it was the first film for first anything I've ever done film.
That is
ever.
so amazing.
First acting thing ever. I moved to Vancouver. I was there for like 3 or 4 months, and I found this ad on Craigslist. I was looking on the internet. I was actually looking for a job because I was jobless and broke.
That is crazy.
And I found this open casting call that said it was for a major motion picture, and they were looking for people 15 to 25 and with a Native American background. And I was like, that's me. I'll go check this out.
Why not,
Like,
right?
yeah, why not? Just for the experience. I didn't expect to get anything out of it.
Did you have any idea what you were getting yourself into? Did you know it was the Twilight Saga?
Well, that's the thing. It didn't even say that it was for Twilight. It just said major motion picture. So I didn't know until I actually got there. And when I got down to the audition, there was a lineup like 8 blocks long of just Twilight fans. They had like T-shirts and books, and they were expecting like Robert Pattinson to be there and stuff like that. It was insane, and it was right then that I was like, yeah, I think this is for Twilight.
I think so. So you get there, like how many people, was there just thousands of people waiting in line?
There were well over 1,000 people waiting there. I thought I was like fine getting there an hour early, but there were people there for like overnight. It was insane. But yeah, I did the open casting call. I was just like, there's no way I'm gonna get this, so I'm just gonna go in whatever.
Yeah,
and do
whatever.
it. I did it, and I got a call back, and I went and I did the call back, and about a week and a half later, they called me and said I got the part.
What did they have you do on the audition? Like just howl or anything crazy?
I
mean,
wasn't
I know
like
that's
running
outlandish.
around on my own. No, nothing like that.
Just a scene.
Yeah, I just had to read like 2 or 3 lines. For the callback, actually, they sent me 2 sets of lines, and they were like, okay, we're gonna have you read the first set, and the second set is purely just for reference. We won't have time to film it.
Okay.
You can just read that just for the character. And I read them, and the first set that we were filming was like 2 or 3 lines. It was nothing.
Yeah.
And the second set was like 7 pages long. It was huge. So I wanted to impress them. So I learned the second set, and I walked in there. We filmed the first set. It took like 20 seconds maybe. And then as I was leaving, I was like, hey, well, I learned the second set if you guys want to see that too. And they were like, yeah, sure, why not? We've got time. And yeah, we put that on film, and I think that really helped my chances.
Yeah, I think so too, because you landed the role, so what was your reaction?
Oh, I remember the guy called me and he's like, we'd like you for the role of Quil. And then in my head, I was like, oh my God. And he continued to talk for like 10 minutes, but I didn't hear a word of it. I was just like, are they serious? Are you sure? Like in my head, I was freaking out. I called my mom first, and she was in tears. She was so happy. Because
your family, none of them were actors. You said that you had done, a school play.
Yeah, that's
this is like a new thing for everybody.
Yeah.
Wow, that. You need to write a screenplay about your life. So let's talk about Eclipse. Now, you were in New Moon, but you were kind of left out in New Moon.
Yeah, my character, I wasn't actually part of the wolf pack yet. I wasn't a werewolf yet in New Moon.
That?
I know. But I mean,
the book. So,
yeah. So I only had like a minute part in New Moon, but in Eclipse the part gets way bigger. I get to take my shirt off. I get to be a werewolf. I had to do a whole lot of working out for that. Get the abs and bulk up and stuff like that to be a wolf. That was a lot of fun. That was really, really tough stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, so talk to me about bulking up, because I know that we hear stories about like Taylor just eating beef patties nonstop out of a bag. What was your take on, getting the Wolfpack body?
They had a personal trainer for all us Wolfpack guys, and we had to go through 2 months of like the most intense workout stuff in the world. Like it was like like 300 crunches every single day, like the most insane, like pushing up until you puke, random stuff like that. It was really, really intense stuff.
And what about food? Because I hear that eating is kind of a big part of it. What was your
protein,
take on that?
like every 2 hours, eating like 6 meals a day. It was crazy.
But you know what, I have to ask, since you're here, was there any like airbrushed body paint to get those abs and those biceps? Because it's amazing. Everyone's bodies are specimens. How did you do that?
All us. We have godly specimen bodies.
Oh,
no,
hey,
they do
there
a
you
little
go.
bit of like spray tan to make us look a little darker, you know,
little
movie
secrets
makeup.
Here and there. Okay. Now, like I said, you play Quil, who is Jacob's best friend.
Yep.
And I've actually interviewed a few of your fellow Wolfpackers before, and it seems like there is such a great bond. So did you and Taylor like go and hang out and like, I don't know, play pool or something before to become friends and get to know each other, kind of?
We didn't even really need to. I mean, I remember the first time I showed up and met Taylor, he was so nice. It was like we were already friends. Like we were just talking and hanging out and just having a good time. Like anytime you were bored on set and you didn't know what to do, Taylor always had a football. Like you just like, where's Taylor? He's gonna have his football. And you just find Taylor and you could just toss around the football. I remember there was this one time we were throwing around the football and someone kicked the football to me, and I was like, when he kicked the football, his shoe went flying off, and then the football went in some random direction. So I was like, oh no, the football's gonna hit a window, something bad's gonna happen. So I'm watching this football, and I'm like, look out, and I don't see that this shoe is like coming straight towards my face, and I turn at the last second, and it was like slow motion. I was like, oh no.
Here it comes.
And then I got mud all over me. I got hit in the face with the shoe. And I had to go back to the makeup people, and they were not happy.
No, they are not happy about that.
No more football after that. No more football.
Now you're going to have a lot more scenes in Eclipse. So what was your favorite to shoot if you had to pinpoint one?
We had a really fun scene where all of us Wolfpack boys, we get to make fun of Jacob.
Oh, I think I've seen part of this.
Yeah,
yes?
I think there's a clip of it out. Yeah, we get to tease him about his feelings for Bella and stuff like that. It was such a fun scene to shoot.
It looks like a lot of fun. Now, was that any of that improvised, or was it all?
We got to do a little bit of improv stuff.
It's funny.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
What was your line? Did you have a line in that scene?
I had a few lines. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Gonna
oh man, I'm trying to get the spoilers. I know. So, random question. I know that the wolves are naturally really warm, and you guys are like shirtless maybe 99% of the time. Were you cold at any point? Like, what did you do to remedy that?
We all just huddled for warmth.
Together, a little fire?
Yeah, just huddled. That was a great bonding experience for us guys, I think.
Exactly.
Just a bunch of half-naked guys huddling in the woods.
So sweet. True bromance.
So sweet. Totally bromance. But there were some days where it was actually really hot out, and that was so nice, where it was like, you guys have to be in your full outfits. I'm hanging out in my
Plus,
shorts.
you're Canadian, so you're like used to this.
Yeah, exactly.
I see you have an upper hand on that. Now, most importantly, the premiere is upon us of Eclipse. What are you wearing? Are you ready? Are you mentally in the game for this premiere?
You can never be mentally in the game for any of this stuff. I mean, the fans are absolutely crazy. It's such a phenomenon, and it's purely because of the fans. The last premiere I went to, it was you could hear screaming for like 8 blocks coming into the premiere. It was like an earthquake.
Yeah.
It was so insane.
Exactly. Wow. Well, congratulations on everything in your life. First movie project, first movie premiere is New Moon.
I think I set the bar a little bit high.
Yeah, I think it's pretty amazing. Good things coming your way. Yes. So many thanks. Thank you so much for stopping by. Tyson Houseman. And of course, you guys have to make sure to catch him as Quil in the Twilight Saga Eclipse, which debuts on June 30th. And we here at Clever TV will continue to cover all the latest things on Twilight. I'm Jocelyn Davis. Thanks for watching.